Okay, so I'm powered down here, just sitting here for a minute. So just a preface here is that between yesterday and today is the first time that I've ever operated a tractor of any kind, and it's been really fun. The first one yesterday was a Ford, I think it was a 1975 Ford 4000, and I only got about 45 minutes into cutting before about a 50-year-old hydraulic hose gave way, and that pretty much ended the day for that. But it only had a king cutter on it that was only 5 feet, so it would have taken a lot longer. So anyway, I know just enough about this tractor to be dangerous. I am not an expert by any means, but going from an old Ford 4000 to this was like, oh my God. So over here, here's the door to get in. Here's a seat that can fold down and hold my water, but I was sitting in that seat yesterday. And here's our climate controls. We've got air conditioning and heat. As you can see, I've actually got the AC on because it's a little warm in here. Here's the console. Nice little knob to steer with. It's got a fan. I believe this, I don't know what that is. It says Ag Junction. I don't know if that's the GPS. This is a T-Jet sprayer control. And here's a hydraulic boom control. I'm just reading these things because I don't know what the hell that means. Here's the radio. And here's the sunroof. And here's the PTO or the throttle. You got a throttle here too. But here's the PTO throttle, and you can change gears here by pushing the rabbit and the turtle to go slower. And here's our little console that tells us what gear we're in and all that good stuff. Now this lever here, high and low, is for going on the road, so it's obviously in low. These things here, I don't know what these are. I've got my PTO off right now. This is a PTO control. And then on the console here, the armrest, I don't know what this is, but this button here lifts and raises my deck for the PTO. And this one adjusts the pitch of the front of the implement. And I have had to adjust that slightly every now and then just to keep it from digging in to the ground. But other than that, you've got throttle, brake, clutch. You don't really need to use the clutch. Here's our shift lever, where it's a live shift lever, so you can just pull it up and back to go reverse, pull it or push it back, up and forward to go forward. And that's all there is to it. You don't really have to use the clutch, although I'm used to using the clutch, and I do use the clutch. So that's my limited knowledge of this Case Maxim 125. It's really fun, but I need to get back to work here. So Mike, the owner of this tractor, when he was showing me how to run it yesterday, basically said keep the PTO about 5,400 RPM. So that's the blade speed of this bush hog. And you can see I've got it set right now at about 5,430. And that's ideal. And yes, there is a warning indicator on the dash there. I called Mike and asked him about that, and he says, oh, don't worry about that. That comes on a lot. So I'm not too concerned about that. The tractor's operating fine. It feels good. And we're just getting her done. Okay, so this is the field I'm mowing right now. This is probably about 2 acres. I just finished about 10 using this big Case Maxim 125 tractor that a farmer of Nick Kim leases land to here uses to grow some crops. So he's lending this to us so that we can actually cut these fields as opposed to burning them, since we couldn't get anybody to actually come and burn these in the prescribed period of time. These fields that she has on her property require burning, I think burning or mowing every 5 years. So that's what I'm doing today. I think I got another 45 minutes or so to finish this up. Got an 8-foot bush hog on here in this beautiful tractor. What I'm finding the challenge to mowing this is not actually operating the tractor at all, because it's basically just a huge lawnmower in my opinion. But it's that this grass has grown for 5 years, and we had some pretty serious windstorms back in January, and this grass is probably 5 feet tall over the last growing season, and between the wind and the snow, it laid it down completely. So I have to try to find the best way to go against the grain to see if this thing can lift it up and cut it. But obviously it's not cost or fuel efficient to just keep going the same direction. So I have to keep doing zigzags and hope that different directions will actually pull this grass up enough so I can actually get it cut. Right now all I can go by is changing color from where I've been to where I haven't been. But basically it's just like mowing a big lawn, just using a really big piece of equipment.